All right, guys. We got a power steering line for Nissan Murano. This is 2010 four-wheel drive. There's a part number here. My friend from Napa when I got this. So there's a Elite Elderman. That's everything that's there. So this is the power steering line here. So I'm gonna guide you guys fully. So it's not that hard for us to do this. So pretty much, we got 10 millimeter bolts from the top. We got ourselves a 17 millimeter right here. You see that right down the line? I believe that's 17 or 15, but we'll figure that out. And we got two 10 millimeter bolts right there on those bracket right there. They're looking right in the center of the screen, and that bracket comes out with it. I'm gonna fish those out with the swivel from right here, and took out the wheel from that side. So that's pretty much so far. That's everything here. And the line, just make sure you know how it goes. You do have a small little, see these clips here? You do have a small little clip back there that's on that bracket. Okay, let me see. It's all greasy here. Let me see if I can show you guys that. You see that little guy right there? That little clip, you gotta remove that as well. And then on this side, we got a big bolt here. We're gonna take that off, but first of all, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off this switch. So just squeeze this connector and get this switch off, the sensor. Okay, I'm gonna manage to get that, but I need to put some stuff in because it's gonna be all over me. Anyways, let me see if I can get this sensor off first. So the sensor will come out with the line, and just push on that tab and get that connector off, and then we can replace our sensor from the old line to the new line outside. So we're gonna start from back there, and then there's a bolt up on the top which is already probably loose because I've seen that before somebody worked on it and that came off. So let's start from that side. Let's start taking off the 10 millimeters and that little retainer right there. Okay, before replacing these two 10 millimeters, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna use, at the end of the video you will see me show you guys all the tools. Okay, we're gonna remove that little guy. I have to come to the passenger side where okay, so I'm gonna keep the camera there, and from this side you can probably see it. Okay, yeah, I see the hook right there. So there you go. Once you remove that clip, it's gonna probably fall off, but this line is gonna be free. Don't worry, we can plug that back in later on. And the little guy just fell down right here in my hand. There you go. And I'm gonna put this safe somewhere. Now I'm gonna take off the two 10 millimeters. Okay, right from back here, I am gonna fish these two 10 millimeters out. They're gonna be long little bolts. There you go. The bracket should be loose, and my drill needs to be charged up. Anyways, I'm gonna just go grab these with my hand. One and two. There you go. So both of these are on the floor, and our line should be loose on that end. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna get my light here. We're gonna remove this little guy right here, and then we're gonna let it just drain here, and we're gonna put a bucket in the bottom. It's a 14 millimeter. I already measured it. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I am gonna probably get extension for this, and we're gonna take off that 14 millimeter. I'm gonna definitely need extension. Okay, this is tap number 2 here. Got me extension here now. So it's a 14 millimeter again, and I'm ready to turn this baby. So very easy. It's gonna start to drip immediately. So make sure you get something in the bottom, and once you get that loose, you should be able to turn this baby by hand. Okay, there's two little washers, so make sure you don't lose them, and they're gonna try to fall out, and crush washers. So make sure you catch them or figure out where they went. There you go. One fell, one did fall, and we got this bolt out. So this is a special bolt. We put this to the side, and I'm gonna look for that little washer. I'm gonna have to look around for that guy, but I'm gonna let it drip all out first. But it's gotta be right there. It just went down on me right there. Right there somewhere. I'll figure that one out. But let's go on the opposite side. Meanwhile, this is dripping, and you're probably gonna need another bucket like this one on the opposite side. I know it's hard to see, so because the other side is gonna have a leak as well. Okay, so let's give it a moment for this thing to drip out completely. So it's still dripping. You see this little guy right here? This is what we dropped. The line was there, and then this was on top of the line. So I fished it out from like right here, looking from right here. So I was able to see it from like right here, and I used this pick to grab it. I went in there and got this little guy and pulled it out of there. And just make sure you don't lose it. I'm not sure if the line does come with some, I think it's for the opposite side. But now we're gonna go on to the other side while this is still dripping here. Okay, this is a tough spot to get to, but check out the sensor I used, the needle nose, to squeeze and then pull back out with that pick right there. So that's what I did there. Now we just need to remove this little guy. I'm gonna go get proper tools for that big bolt there. Okay, so I'm ready to remove this bolt. So what I got here is 1 inch size socket here. So I'm gonna see if I'm gonna be able to manage to get this on. But if you can find something smaller than 1 inch, that will work well. But this one should do as well. If it doesn't do, then I'm gonna have to really get, because that slack is messing with me. So I'm gonna actually have to get just the perfect size socket there. Okay, instead of 1 inch, I got this 24 millimeter socket, and I just broke the tightness loose with this right here. I'll show you all the tools at the end of the video. I'll just stack them up. So far, we're doing good. So what I want to do is I want to take my light out of here because things are about to get real messy down here, and I'm going to put another bucket down here. Okay, there you go. The bolt should be loose. This thing also has 2 washers. Remember, the washers, if you lose them, I'm not sure. I'm going to look into the line. I should have opened that package up. But again, you can always look for them. There's one. End of the bolt. I'm gonna put that somewhere safe, and then I do want to grab the little. Oh, there you go. Oh, it fell in my bucket. It fell inside my bucket. There you go. That's the little guy. That's what it looked like. I'm gonna put this somewhere safe. Also, our line is pretty much loose. Only thing we got left behind is there's like a little retainer here holding these power steering sensor cable and all that. So just get rid of that. It just slips right off, and once that's off, your line is ready to come down. Remember, there's a 10 millimeter up on the top, which I'm going to show you guys. This car, it was already loose, so we're not going to attempt to go up there, but I will show you because I do need to put it back together from the top. Okay, it might be there, but it's stuck in there, so I'm gonna have to go bring the car back down and work on that. Anyways, let me go back up. So what I'm about to show you guys is my car is a little higher than normal. Usually I will put something here, stand on it. So you're gonna need a 1/4 inch drive, 10 millimeter with the short little socket, ratchet. And what you want to do is, you see this little bracket back to it. You can see it all here, okay? It's all here. You see that little bracket? Somebody already took the 10 millimeter bolt off that little guy. Remove that bolt, and the whole line just falls down. And with my camera in hand, it's not going to work out, but this is what it is. I got more than enough gap. I just pulled my light and camera out from right this spot. Okay, you see how my light goes in and my camera goes in? Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to get that off. All I have to do is yank the line, just tip it over. And then when I'm ready to put it, I could tip it up. And this is where I felt the line was leaking, because when I was grabbing that little alloy of the shiny piece, you could feel it. It's so slippery in there. So that's how you're going to know your line is leaking, okay? Anyways, get that off, and then we'll go back down. Okay, so the top end part is out, and then our line the whole line should just come this way, okay? Just be careful with the sensor. And I am going to have to guide the line a bit from that side. So you're going to have to work with both hands. But my camera, I don't have a camera crew, so I'm gonna have to work this a little bit off the camera, and I'm gonna get this line out of here. And I'm sorry, guys. So I'm sure you guys can get this line off, and then just continue to do so. And the reverse procedure is the same. And then just finish everything out, okay? So that I'm gonna end the video here, but I'm sure if I can get this line out, I'm sure you guys can do the same. and you do have to take off this sensor. You have to put a wrench here and turn this baby and put this sensor on top on the new one. Anyways, once it's completed, I will show you guys. So there's our line coming down, the power steering line. This is what was leaking internally. You can feel the slickeriness inside. Anyways, hopefully you guys are able to do this, and I will show you once it's finished. So the reverse procedure is the same. Make sure you put that bracket on the middle bracket, put it on while the line is out. And this little guy, you could get it from the top. Usually the bracket will come down with it. And I do have axle videos, tension and all that, whatever you guys need. Anyways, just let me finish this line now. So I'm gonna go over all this, what we did here. So tighten that up. I'm gonna get the connector in. We're gonna go to the back here. So I did, you wanna get those two 10 millimeters first, and then tighten that up this side, and that's it. And I will show you the tools that I used. Pretty much we use a long ratchet, a pick, a needle nose plier, 10 millimeter, 14 millimeter, the fork over there. So pretty much 10 millimeter with my electric drill, 14 millimeter with the small extension, that little guy right there. And then I went and got another ratchet here, 24 millimeter, a reducer, and a 10 millimeter and a wrench from the top ratchet. Anyways, that's everything. Now I need to fill up the transmission fluid, lock up the top, put the wheel on, and it's gonna bubble up. It's gonna sound So give it some time, just let it idle up, make sure the fluid level is up to level, and you're all set to go. Thank you for watching my video. So this is all set and go. Check out this Cyclops LED light. I got a review on this coming up, or I already have it up. So this is how bright this baby is. This is on setting number 3. Setting 1, 2, 3. This baby is lit up. So I'm using this universal power steering fluid. Everything is done. I still need to attach that back end of the line there. So what you want to do is you want to pop this guy. You just pull on this guy. This cover comes off. And I'm going to fill this up. As for now, I'm going to let it sit for a little bit. As the fluid starts to go down, then I am going to go start the car, top of the fluid once again, and then make sure we check down below there's no more leaks. So what we're going to do is we're going to let that sit there. I'm not going to put the cover on yet. Okay, you know what? I'll put the cover on. So to put the cover on, all you need to do is you just smack on this guy. Take it easy though. Let me put this to the side so I don't make a mess here. So I'm going to work on that back end of the line, and you know what? That line can stay there for now, as long as you're not touching them up or anything, because I do want to start this vehicle, and I do want to make sure nothing is leaking on this guy. So, like I said, you're going to hear noise. That's no problem. Okay, so I don't even know how I'm going to get in here, because I do want to start the car, and I can't get in here, and I don't want to touch the steering with my gloves. Right, there goes my glove. Without the gloves now. Okay, so I'm gonna start this baby up. Gonna go back out. Gonna check the fluid. Oh God, come on. Got the car in the wrong angle. So it is going to take the fluid down, I'm sure. And it's going to bubble up a bit. That's fine. There you go. Now I'm going to check if there's any leaks on the line that are replaced. And then I do need to attach the line from right here. I can do that any moment. But let's go in the bottom. We're going to leave the top open for now. And turn your steering to the right, to the left. It's going to feel weird. It should calm down. So we're going to go back up. Check for leaks. Okay, so remember to check for leaks. No leaks, clean everything up. No leak, all this extra stuff, just clean it up. Bada bing, bada boom, our line is in. We're all set to go. Guys, again, the tools that I used, it was a crappy little show off. I'm gonna show you once more again. I'm gonna put all the tools here. So here's the tools I use: a needle nose plier, a pick. We use a 10mm 1/4" that I showed you on the top with a 1/4" ratchet. We use a 14mm 3/8 drive socket with about 2-inch long extension. We use this long extension, about 1 foot long, with a 10mm swivel on it. We use this long clip removing tool here. We use a long ratchet, but I think you should be fine with just one ratchet here. This is a 3/8 drive with a 24mm and a reducer in between, okay? Because this is a 1/4" drive for the impact guns. Anyways, that's all you're gonna need, and thank you for watching my video. Bye bye.